Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today we got the best of Monday Nitro, Volume 3. Wrapping up the little series here of the WCW Nitro DVD sets. Just want to say thank you very much, guys, for sending in all your suggestions lately. Keep sending them in because, I really enjoy doing it. So let's get right into this, guys. Final Nitro DVD set. I'm actually a big fan of all three sets, like I've said in the previous two reviews. WCW, the very best of Monday Nitro Volume 3. The one thing I wish here, I kind of wish they would have kept the same kind of logo here, or the Volume 1. I really like that. Not really a big fan of just the all-white logo, but I do like some of it. I like the lettering up top. I do like the little logo they used at the bottom, but it is what it is. Get a shot of that spine. So like Volume 1 and 2, Volume 3, hosted by DDP. We got Booker T, Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, Sting, and Ric Flair on the cover. Kind of the classic Nitro open there with the big buildings and explosions going on. So something that personally bothers me is no date stamps on anything here. I believe it was on Volume 1 or 2, but here we got Macho Man Randy Savage in a giant pink coat, and Sting and Bret Hart. So this was a 2015 release, only 7 hours. Volume 3, pretty sad. So just different snapshots, a lot of artwork on the back. We got Savage, Scott Hall and the Giant, Hogan, Sting. Got some ladder wars. Got Ric Flair in the background. Pretty cool. Disc art, fairly similar to the previous. But disc 1, we have Booker T. So really nice. Disc 2, we got Bret Hart. Bret Hart, he just looks so out of place on these WCW DVDs. Personally, Bret's best days were in WWE, my opinion. I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree. There is some hidden gems in Bret's WCW career, but for the most part, he was a WWE guy. Disc 3, Chris Jericho. Interior artwork, there's not really much, but we do have the diamond plate pattern going on, kind of the WCW classic logos, classic Nitro colors. We also got Hogan dropping the leg there on DDP. So I've always liked these sets. So disc 1, we go back to October of 95. We got Lex Luger versus Macho Man Randy Savage, Johnny B. Bad versus Eddie Guerrero, Sting versus DDP, Ric Flair versus Macho Man, Sister Sherry versus Medusa, Sting versus Rick Steiner, the New World Order kicks out the Giant, DDP chases Macho Man, Lex Luger versus Kevin Nash, the Giant and DDP versus Harlem Heat. Got a cruiserweight title match, Jericho versus Hoovy, Scott Steiner versus the Macho Man. So we're into 97. Disc 2. This is where we really needed inserts during this time period. Like, look at this. It's just a lot to go through. Disc 2. Got The Outsiders versus DDP and Luger. DDP versus Stevie Richards. NWO takes over Nitro. Got Eddie Guerrero and Jericho versus Chavo Guerrero and Dean Malenko. NWO attempts to recruit Rick Steiner. The Giant tosses Scott Hall in a pool. Juventud Guerrera versus Billy Kidman. Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus the Macho Man. It's sad to see, Macho Man constantly putting over Hulk Hogan. Even in WCW days, Macho Man's title runs were fairly short. Lex Luger joins the Wolfpack. We got Hulk Hogan calls out Karl Malone and DDP. Billy Kidman versus Scott Hall. DDP versus Canyon. Bret Hart challenges DDP. Goldberg versus Bam Bam Bigelow versus Kevin Nash. Disc 3. Bret Hart versus Booker T. Goldberg versus Ric Flair. Hogan versus DDP. Sting versus the Macho Man. Hardcore Hack versus Rick Steiner. Hogan and Sting versus Kevin Nash and Sid Vicious. Like, what the heck is going on in 99? You got Medusa versus Mona. Sting versus Bret Hart. Sting and Bret Hart had a few good matches. Nothing too spectacular, though. We got a Texas Tornado ladder match for the WCW United States Championship match with special guest referee Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Sid Vicious, Bret Hart, and Goldberg. Jeff Jarrett versus Bret Hart. Sting and Vampiro versus Luger and Flair. Booker T versus Mike Awesome. 3 count versus Young Dragons versus Jindrak and O'Hare. And then Booker T and DDP versus Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner. Overall, a fairly good set. Hang on. Over here, we got this thing called Tossed Around Like Legos. That is the Big Show getting very angry. And he's picking up the WCW staging area. You know how it's the big letters, like the W, the C, kind of like this, right? He rips off the W piece by piece. And these things got to be, a couple 100 pounds a piece. And Big Show tosses those things around like Legos. That's one of those segments you don't see played too often. And I remember watching it live. And for years and years, I would search YouTube. I could never find it. And then when this DVD came out, I finally seen that segment. I was so happy to finally be able to watch that. So overall, I would give the Best of Nitro Volume 3 a thumbs up. I've enjoyed all 3 volumes. It's one of those DVD sets that I go back and watch, every year or so. Just awesome, guys. Go out of your way. Pick these 3 sets up. Take some time and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll talk to you later. Peace.